There are some differences between the ITEL CT200 and the A200 Plus. But here's the thing, the more you look at them, the more you start asking one simple question. Why are there two phones? Because on paper and with pricing, these two are actually very close. Almost like they could have been one really solid device. But no, ITEL said, let's split personalities instead. So now we have what looks like Samsung versus iPhone budget edition. Let's break it down. Starting with design, and yeah, this is where ITEL made their intentions very obvious. The CT200, clean, punch-hole display, slim plastic but metallic looking build. It's giving Samsung vibes like minimal, modern, trying to look like it costs more than it actually does. Then you pick up the A200 Plus and boom, what a drop notch. I mean, I wonder why they did not just go with the iPhone cut. But don't you worry, you iPhone lovers. ITEL has got you covered with what they call dynamic bar, which is basically iPhone's dynamic island but on a budget. But this is also available on the CT200, so no man left behind. The A200 Plus is slightly thicker and heavier than the CT200, and a design that is clearly chasing the iPhone aesthetic. Not subtle, not even trying to hide it. I'm just glad they know to make the iPhone look alike the cheaper one, as it should be. Now, to be fair, both phones are actually solid in build. I mean, you get the slight air gaps on the Apple ITEL. I guess since MagSafe is missing here, it left a slight gap. They are both MIL-STD-810H compliant, referring to a testing standard that was created by the US Department of Defense. In simple terms, these devices have been tested under tough environmental conditions, like drops and shocks, heat and cold, humidity, dust exposure, vibration. They are both IP65, which is honestly impressive at this price. Looking at their physical properties, apart from the design, they are pretty similar. They both have their power buttons as their fingerprint sensors and volume rocker keys, which are all on the right side of the device. And on the left side, you have the SIM card tray. Both devices have provision for a 3.5mm earphone jack, which is good news for the earphone gang. Now, the only difference you'll find here on the base of the device is the speaker grill, which is located here on the CT200, while on the A200 Plus, you have the speaker grill on the top, with the top of the CT200 plain. Now, very importantly, both devices have an infrared sensor for controlling your digital appliances at home. Now, this is absolutely impressive for this price range, and I hope they continue doing this for future devices. But design-wise, the CT200 looks and feels more premium, and the A200 Plus looks more familiar. With display, surprise, surprise, more similarities. Both phones have a 120Hz refresh rate with IPS LCD and 720p resolution. So yeah, same experience for the most part. The CT200 gives you a slightly bigger 6.78-inch display with higher brightness. So again, same foundation, slightly different flavor. You're not choosing quality here, you're choosing style preferences. Now under the hood, this is where things get almost identical. Same Unisoc T7250 processor, same Mali G57 MP1 GPU, same Android 15, except it's Android 15 on the CT200 and the Go edition on the A200 Plus. At this point, it's basically the same phone, wearing different clothes. The only real difference? The CT200 gives you better RAM and storage options, up to 64GB RAM and 256GB storage, with the A200 Plus maxing out at 4GB RAM and 128GB of storage. Now, the A200 Plus starts lower, which feels like an intentional limitation more than anything else. Like, let's not make it too good, just like Apple would. For productivity, they both have a trickle of AI with voice AI assistant, document assistant, writing assistant, AI wallpaper generator, and the CT200 edges slightly with a Jara AI note, which converts sketches into exquisite renderings with one tap, according to ITEL. So performance-wise, the CT200 gets the edge, but overall, this is a shared experience. And then plot twist. The ITEL A200 Plus comes back swinging with a massive 6000 mAh battery, compared to the 5200 mAh on the CT200. That's a noticeable difference. And in real life, that means more screen time, fewer charging anxieties, especially in places where power isn't always consistent. The CT200 tries to balance things out with reverse wire charging. But still, battery crown, the A200 Plus takes it easily. Now, cameras, and finally a real difference. The CT200 comes in with a 15 megapixels main camera, and the A200 Plus 13 megapixels. 13 megapixels. Yeah, this one isn't even close. It's almost like ITEL said, okay, you know what, for this one, Let's clearly make this better so people can choose. Photos on the CT200 will have more detail, better clarity, especially in daylight. And for selfies, 8 megapixels versus 5 megapixels. Same story. Neither of these are content creator phones. Let's be honest. But if you care about camera at all, you already know which one you're picking. So here's my honest take. These didn't have to be two phones. It really didn't. If ITEL combined the CT200's design, camera, and performance options with the A200 Plus battery, that would have been the perfect entry-level device. But instead, they split it. Why? Simple. Strategy. The CT200 for the Samsung aesthetic crowd and the A200 Plus for the iPhone look lovers. Same core experience, different identities. Smart move? Honestly, yes, because now you're not just buying specs, you're buying vibes. But if we're talking best overall value, the CT200 is still the more complete package. Unless battery is your #1 priority, then the A200 Plus is your guy. For everything else, you're basically choosing your favorite disguise. Now, subscribe if this has helped you and let me know in the comments which of these will you be getting. Thank you for your time. Till we see you again, bye bye.